What's up, everybody? It's your boy Banky 101 coming at you today with another Photoshop tutorial. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to cut anything out of a picture. So as you're looking at this right now, it's my mean mug. You got that crazy face of mine, and for the most part, I use this tool to be able to cut myself out of pictures and then throw it onto different backgrounds when I'm making thumbnails for my channel. You can use this for a plethora of different things. It doesn't need to be just to cut a picture or a person out. You can cut objects out. If you want to cut a car out or something like that of a picture and place it onto something else, you can use it for that as well. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So when you have Photoshop open, you first bring up the picture that you want to cut something out of, and what you want to do is make sure on this right side that it doesn't say background. Mine currently says background because I just took the raw picture and uploaded it. So if it does say background, you want to right click on it, and it's going to give you this list of options. You want to click on layer from background, and it can be whatever layer you want. You just click OK, and that's going to take it and give you the option to chop it up basically. The next thing that you want to do is you want to go over to the left side here and right click on this lasso tool. Some people have this automatically selected, but what you want is the polygon lasso tool. So once you have that, you can go ahead and start cutting your picture. So what you're going to do, you're going to left click, and once you left click, it's going to start the cutting. So let's show you. I started it, it gave you that little circle, so now it's going to start drawing a line. And you can do, and each time you left click, it stops at that point and then starts drawing a line again. So like for an arm, for instance, here you could probably do a straight line, but when you get up to the shoulders, see as I'm left clicking it and it's giving you this little, it's pivoting from that point. See, I left clicked again and it's pivoting. You left click again. When you're going around curved objects, you want to do it a bunch of times. So up ears, there's a little bit of a curve, and depending on how close or how scaled your picture is actually going to be, depends on how good you want this done. So you go around ears, and I make really, really short lines, and I do it a couple of times to give it a round look. And then hair is always kind of a fun one because you can't really do much with it. And you can get as detailed as you want. And see, I'll chop some of my hair out here because it's a little crazy. So something I personally do, because I've messed up a few times, is that I will go halfway through a picture, I'll click up top, I'll go here, here, and here, and then once you reconnect it, you're going to see now that it's giving you these squiggly lines or whatever. And if you hit backspace, so the backspace arrow, or some keyboards say backspace, but it's the three above or two above the enter, and it cuts out the outside space. Once that's cut out, you can then start clicking again. From whatever point, you can start at the top or you can start from the right. Start clicking around the hair. Again, multiple clicks because you're going around a curved object. Click, click, click. Click. And then you're to the ear. The ears are always the fun ones. Or fingers. Fingers are tough too. So kind of a tip, if you're going to do a picture that you're going to put on like a thumbnail or something like that, like I do for my channel, try and do ones that don't have a lot of cutting around to do. So like your arms all over, or if you have like longer hair or something like that, have it maybe pulled back or something. But then you just cut away. And again, it all depends on how detailed you want to get. and time you want to take to do this. And in a second here, after we chop this out, I will show you a trick. Alright, so we went all the way around. We're doing the same thing that we did with the left side. And boom, there you got the ugly mug going. Alright, so what then you can do, your pictures are usually going to be a lot higher scale than if I were to take it over. If I take it over here, boom, super big scale. You don't want to do that, so I just deleted that. So you can see that I resized everything and I took it down scale. You just go up here, image, and then image size, and then you can scale it down to whatever. I think it was like 5,000 and I typed in 200, which brought it down really small. So we take it down to 200, and then I'll bring it over here, and it's there. And then I can do Control T, and I can scale it, and it looks a little fuzzy, and it is fuzzy because I scaled it down too far. So don't scale it down that far from the original image. I'll have to go through and recut it and then rescale it down. But that's a quick tutorial, so if you want to be able to cut anything out of a picture, you just use the polygon lasso tool. You do multiple clicks around it, make sure it's separated from your background, hit the backspace, and it'll cut everything outside of that around, and then you can grab that. You can save it as its original if you're going to use it in multiple things, or you can grab it and dump it into the thumbnail like you saw on this one. Hit me up in those comments below if there were any questions. Hit that thumbs up if you like this tutorial and you want me to bring more. And like always, I'll catch you guys on the next video.